Chelsea 1, Sunderland 2. Normally, I would say we got sucker punched and Chelsea Football Club were embarrassed by Sunderland. But today, I'm not going to disrespect Sunderland. Sunderland would deserve all 3 points today. People are going to say, what are you talking about? It was a late winner. Chelsea had their chances in the first half. In the second half, they were on a sabbatical. Did they go out? Were they in Mayfair? Were they enjoying themselves, eating the best Hakkasan you could find? Or were they absolutely taking this game seriously? Because what happened today was they turned up. Sunderland were the better team in the first 15 minutes. We sucker punched them. We went 1-0 ahead. Chelsea Football Club went 1-0 ahead. A long throw, we get punished. Counter-attack at the very end. We were warned twice. And on the third occasion, don't worry, Uncle Tussen's coming. Every single part of him is an uncle, by the way. The way he moves is absolutely uncle-alike. We need to break this down. We need to talk about the good, we need to talk about the bad, and we need to talk about the downright ugly. But I will be honest with you. Chelsea deserved everything they got today. You cannot talk about title races. You cannot talk about aspirations to do anything in this league when promoted sides consistently come to your ground and get something. Last year it was Ipswich. This year it's Sunderland. Let's break it down. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Share it with your friends. Rivals, I know you're here enjoying. You watched the game. There's no point of me covering it. You know it was 2-1. You know Sunderland got a good winner. And I need to break it down. Let's go straight to the downright ugly. At this moment in time, we are absolutely in a mess when it comes to Tussen and Chalobah at the back. Tussen comes on, I tweet straight away. Why on earth did he take Josh off? And I knew what was going to happen. I didn't understand what was the logic. And when you see it, you understand what's going on here. The ball goes over the top. Chalobah, on the third occasion in the second half alone, caught in no man's land. The defender runs off the back of him and he's lost. Tussen goes to cover. Tussen overcommits, does basically nothing. He's just holding him off. The midfield's gone. It's in transition. Enzo Lefebvre slots it in with a lovely pass. And what really irritates me now is this goal was so avoidable. You leave with a point. The narrative's different. We got a good point. You know, we can still get a 16 from the last 18 if we win the next 3. And the narrative's positive. But when you have Tussen and Chalobah, the treacherous little twins, yeah, the absolutely rubbish centre-halves that we have, this is what's going to happen. And people are going to say, Alex, you're being too harsh. No, I'm not being harsh. Josh Chempong's young and he's better than both of them. Hato is young and he's better than both of them. I can live with Josh's mistakes. I can live with Hato's. I can't live with Chalobah and Tussen making the same mistakes over and over again. I'm sick and tired of the pair of them. Genuinely, I'm sick and tired of the pair of them. The quicker they get sold, the better. The next thing we need to talk about, João Pedro. João Pedro absolutely was either hungover or João Pedro was injured. I need to find out which one it was. There needs to be an investigation. The FBI is investigating Toro Rozier and Chauncey Billup. I need them to investigate João Pedro's performance today. Lackluster, moving sluggish, not involved. I don't understand what that performance was. What is this? Why is it we can't take 2 steps forward and then have no steps back? Why is it 1 step forward, 4 steps back? 1 step forward, 4 steps back? Why are we never just consistent? João Pedro, loose touches, picks up the ball in the 10, lackluster, does nothing. Then he proceeds to move with the ball so sluggish that you would think he's hungover. Then the second half, it's even worse. He's not involved. I don't remember him touching the ball once in the second half. I don't remember him getting on the ball. And the funny thing is, we always hear this excuse. Oh, Pedro's a 10. So if he has a striker in front of him, Pedro is going to be involved. And this is what annoys me. João Pedro, I told you, do not introduce me to something you cannot sustain. Club World Cup, you introduced me to something you couldn't sustain. I said, I'm not going to get excited. Start of the season, you introduced me to something you can't sustain. And I said, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. I am man enough to put my hands up. I was not wrong. This player is not an elevator. This player is another Pedro Neto. This player is a Garnacho. Some days good, most days rubbish. Most days does nothing and disappears when you need him most. And for me, he needs to get back in my good books because I am sick and tired of having players like this. It is one of the most infuriating things in the world. When you sign a player, when things get tough, they don't step up. The next thing we need to talk about, Pedro Neto. Hey, Pedro Neto and Garnacho against the low block. Enzo Maresca, give yourself a round of applause, big man. I saw the lineup and I'm like, is he serious? Garnacho, Garnacho against the low block. And people are going to say, Alex, he scored. What do you mean? He scored. Guys, he scored in transition because we won the ball high and we gave the ball to him. He ran, and then he shot the ball on target. It hit the defender's goalkeeper's leg and went in, right? Other than that, please mention one thing Garnacho did well in this game. Pedro Neto, on the other hand, broski, I don't know what you do for a living because it's not clay football. You don't quick kick ball for a living, I'm telling you now. In the second half, right, there was one occasion where I think it was the 48th minute or something like that. They have a corner. We're in transition. The ball's flying. Neto's sprinting. The defender lets it bounce. We have a 2-on-1. It's Neto and Garnacho. I'm like, play it ahead. Garnacho's through 1-on-1. He plays it soft to feet. Why are you playing it to feet? Genuinely, why are you playing it to feet? I don't understand this low IQ decision making from a player that's meant to be a starter for us. Pedro Neto is not a squad player. He is a starter for Chelsea Football Club. And that's the alarming thing. And nothing, right, can convince me otherwise. He reminds me of Willian. Pedro Neto is our Willian from back in the day. Majority of fans rave about him because he runs around, gets stuck in, and occasionally will score a goal. But in reality, if you watch his games, he needs to be carried by an Eden Hazard, a Cole Palmer, and Lord forgive me, even an Estevao. This Pedro Neto is absolutely stealing a living as a starter for Chelsea. I am not happy with him either. And the final thing, and this is the ugly truth, you need a goal. Joao Pedro comes off. Pedro Neto comes off. You bring on Santos and Gittins. Santos and George, because Gittins was already on. And the question now from me to you is, do you think that was necessary? Do you think that was necessary? Why can't we bring on another attacker? You know, take a defender off, bring on another attacker. People are going to say, oh, you know, we were defending, Alex. It's 1-1. No, we didn't want to lose the game. You lost the game. You lost the game because what ended up happening is we absolutely had no impetus in the final. We created nothing in the final 25. The only chance we had was Estevao when he first came on. After that, nobody created anything. Genuinely, I don't remember their goalkeeper making a save. Now the bad. Garnacho and Neto were terrible, right? You had Joao Pedro done nothing. Guiu was anonymous. He was isolated and left out the game. We were limited and toothless in that second half. And this can't run. If you want to be a team that makes top 4, if you want to be a team that goes deep in cups, you need to be better than this. I don't understand, right? Because today wasn't a challenge against low blocks. Today was pathetic. Chelsea need to do better, man. Have some shame. Have some shame. I mean it. Have some shame. That second half was diabolical. I don't know what I witnessed in that second half. It was absolutely flabbergastingly lackluster, poor, hungover performance. It was as if they turned up and thought, you know what, I think I've won this game already. I don't need to play. Sunderland will let us have the 3 points. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And the other bad, the goal we conceded. Look, long throws are a part of football these days. Whether you like it or not, it's a method that most teams use to get the ball in the box and create chaos. I am not snobberish when I play football, right? Or when I want to watch my football. I like watching different types of football. I don't like when teams just keep the ball. I like chaos ball, as long as there's an element of control to it. Sunderland's best way of scoring goals will be chaos ball. They threw the ball in our box and we didn't deal with it. And Josh played everyone on. But the question is here, why was there an opportunity for somebody to strike the ball free on the edge of your area? We win the first ball. Why is no one switched on? Why is Neto letting the guy run away? The guy takes a shot, it hits Joao Pedro, and then it deflects and someone gets a tap in. That can happen. The problem is we need to be better. We need to be better. And if you want to be a serious institution, you need to do better. I actually feel hilariously stupid right now for saying the good. The good. Josh Achampong. Josh Achampong was brilliant. Whether it was covering for Trevor Chalobah's mishaps, Trevor Chalobah on 2 occasions, right? Runners off him, Josh goes in, Trev's nowhere to be seen, one-on-one, Josh dealt with it. It's absolutely disgusting that you need to have a 19-year-old hold his hand. And then Josh comes off, Tosin can't do that role. And we get punished. And why? Oh, we need to focus on passing out the back. How about you focus on defending? How about you focus on defending? Right? This is what infuriates me. They're so infatuated with playing out the back that you take off the better defender for somebody that is incapable of sprinting. Absolutely incapable. The other positive today, you guys are going to cook me. I thought the ref was brilliant. And people are going to say, what are you talking about? He didn't book. I don't want him booking players left, right and centre. He let the game go on. It was physical. There were challenges. It was absolutely a proper Barclays game. Both teams absolutely went into 50-50s. Players tried to get other players sent off, but the ref wasn't having it. He was in full control of this game. What he gave to one team, he gave to the other team. And you know what? Respect for that. The only other positive I could have is, until we conceded at the very end, physicality from Cuckoo, from Enzo, from Caicedo, from Josh, from Reece was good. It was good. What let us down was the final third. And then you had Tosin and Chalobah say, hold my poodle. Hold my poodle, I'm going to make a mistake. And for me, this identifies that we are absolutely in the mud. It is what it is. Listen, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Rival's going to come and laugh at us. But it is what it is. I'm used to it with this Chelsea team.